Oh, garbage Pokemon? They must really be running out of ideas.
What's going on, squad? It's just Nemz guy here today. Today I'm here to mix my Pokemon Monday videos and my Rants and Tuesday videos in a Pokemon rant video. And I'm not ranting about Pokemon. I'm ranting about the people who are returning to Pokemon. If you don't know what I mean, just go to any of the recent Pokemon videos comment section. You see way too many returning Genwunners just constantly bashing the entire Pokemon community, the new Pokemon games. They're just returning and becoming a huge cancer to the Pokemon community. So this is going to be a heated one. Strap in, get a strap on, and join up. Start up. Words, yeah. Alright, time for a deep breath. Now that that's true, you Genwunners who have just returned from the Pokemon Go community thinking, oh, I'm just going to go back and start playing Pokemon. You are not entitled. Let's make that clear. You are not entitled to these Pokemon games. You are not entitled to what they make. They're not going to change their plans because of you. I'm sorry, you're just not that important. You haven't been supporting them all these years. You're just returning after almost 17, 18 years and think, oh, this Pokemon, the sandcastle, they're running out of ideas. Sandcastles, And it's upsetting because for so long we've been able to avoid Genwunners. But no, you guys have returned in a huge shitstorm and you're ruining the community. We were finally getting back on our feet and you come back and you ruin everything. You are not entitled. You aren't even fans. You are just people who are just joining a hype train and you're starting to ruin everything. Pokemon Sun and Moon was looking great from the build-up, and it's not the Pokemon that are ruining, it's you guys. You're coming in, you're looking at these Pokemon. They reveal the Sandcastle Pokemon, and all you see in the comments is, the Sandcastle Pokemon, that's so unoriginal. Please tell me, please someone tell me, how original is a sludge, just a moving sludge with a face? How original is a magnet with a ball in the middle with another magnet on the side? How original are 3 little meats popping out of the floor? How original is literally a purple snake with its name backwards, meaning snake? How original is that? Oh no, but that's different. That's different because it's Generation 1. No, it's a whole different story. How is it a different story? How? Mew is literally a stem cell of a cat. If you didn't realize that, I'm sorry, but he spends most of his time in the first movie in a bubble. He has all of the little, he has all DNA of every Pokemon. He's literally a stem cell. Gen 1 is not the best generation. It's not even close to the best generation. Pokemon has increased and gotten better by so many years. And now you guys come in and you're trashing it because it's not as good as Generation 1. When Gen 1 works as beautifully as Gen 6 did, as Gen 5 did, as Gen 4 did, then talk. Do you know how many problems there are with Generation 1? And I'm not saying this, because I didn't play Generation 1 and I hate Generation 1. Personally, I will say, when it comes to the starters, Gen 1 maybe has the best set of starters, but when it comes to the game itself, if you take away all of the nostalgia factors, it is pretty much the bottom tier you can get of a game. The graphics were behind from the time it came out. So it's not like the graphics were at least decent for the time. No, the graphics were behind from then. Most of the Pokemon designs were extremely lazy. Have you ever seen Jinx? It literally just looks like a prostitute. Like, Generation 1 Pokemon were not good. Generation 1 was not good. Charizard, yeah, he's literally just a dragon. I'm sorry, people. He's a dragon who isn't even deserving of a dragon type until Generation, guess what? 6. In Gen 6, he finally gets that dragon type. Mega Evolution, what do? You bash Mega Evolution. Oh, because it reminds you of Digimon. I'm sorry, but Pokemon adaptation has to start adapting to what people want and what people We need to start having change. And then as soon as we have change, you complain about change. But when we don't have change, you complain about it. Like, what is wrong with you? Then Gen Wunners just don't know what you're talking about. You don't. Gen 1 is just, ugh. Like, and Gen Wunners make me hate Gen 1. Y'all do. You've ruined the ideas of Gen 1 because you try and say it's better than every generation that's come out when it just damn near isn't. You have 4 or 5 legendaries. One of them you couldn't get. The other one was overpowered. The 3 birds were literally just flying turkeys. Like, they were just ugly birds. Your legendaries were boring. Your Pokemon were boring. Your fossils were boring. The only thing good you have about Generation 1 are your starter Pokemon. And you had Brock and Misty in the show. I will say maybe the Gen 1 show is one of the best seasons you've ever had. But when it comes to the game itself, you're far from it. Generation 7 just may as well be the best Pokemon game, but you guys are just going to keep bashing it because it's not Generation 1. Well, I'm sorry to tell you, nothing will ever be Generation 1, and that's perfectly fine. You piece of crap, leave the community if you're going to keep complaining because you are not fans. You are just train riders. Matter of fact, you're meat riders. You just ride each other's meat, and you ride the meat of Gen 1. Screw yourself. Stop playing this game. No one wants you here.
Why are my keys in your hand? You say you don't want me as a man anymore, but a home. Hey, we can break up if you wanna. That don't mean